They've been in every game with a chance to win. You understand? They beat Butler. Should have beat Valpo in the last second. So you have to play this team, and I hate that. I hate these early games on Saturday or Sunday because I don't know what to expect out of these guys at times. But what I did like is that they fought back in the second half, and they took my challenge in the locker room and on the floor when I got to them, and I said, hey, we got to fight. There's no sitting back or you give up everything you fought for this season, and they went out and fought in the second half, and I thought they did a very good job at that. Obviously, Norris had a fabulous game. I'll talk about that later.
Right now, is the Player of the Year race in this league pretty much over as far as you're concerned?
Say it again?
Is the Player of the Year race in this league pretty much decided by now?
If it's not, then they can't see. There's a guy to come out and do what he did today. That first half, we were very lethargic out there. I didn't think, we just couldn't get it up. And I even seen it in the shoot-around. We were really slow in getting it up. And see, Norris has the flu. And I had told Norris at the shoot-around, I said, Norris, Jordan had his big night when he had the flu. It's time for you. Exactly, he went out there and did it. And, because he's been on, I hardly practiced him yesterday. He's been on meds the whole time. And Trey's got it, and I think we got one other with it. So, but I thought our kids, and Trey played 40 minutes with it. Both of them. They didn't get any rest. And all we just did is try to pump them with water to help them through this.
Gary, the way the team came out in the second half, you guys played well, about 7:40 or so when Norris hits the three. You guys went up for good. It seemed like it was a matter of time the way you guys were playing.
Well, we let them get back a couple of times in the second half because I thought we were playing better after, we didn't start the first three possessions as well as I wanted, but after that, I thought for about 5 possessions we dominated them, and we went up by 7. And then we let them hit a three again. And it was a 2 threes, that's right. And it's not that they set a play for a 3. We had breakdowns. Guys lost their man or something happened and they have an open 3. And it was, it was really disappointing because it was us doing the damage. So we stopped pressing, if you see, because we were letting guys run around open. So in the second half, we just said we're going to just sit down and play them defense and just shut them down. And I thought he did a good job doing it.
When you recruit,
go ahead. What makes them, you've been talking all week about how they have played and how they have made other teams play them to the end. Which is usually a team with that kind of record doesn't do that. They'll fade away unless you just let them in the door, but they seem to hang around quite a bit.
They hang around, and I tell you, they're a good offensive team. He has recruited 5 or 6 offensive players, maybe even 7. And so they can play offense. The key is you got to get them off of that. You really got to and see, our league is a contained league. So when they play their offense, they're shooting open shots. We try to stay in your face so you don't shoot an open shot. And today we let, in the early half, many of those happen. And but then the last 5 minutes of the half, I thought that's when we took over the game. Because we missed that layup right at the half. It would have been a tie game at half. We went on I think, what was it, a 8-0 run? And I thought that's when we really took control of the game. I thought in the second half, I didn't call it a formality. I just thought we had to get back and do what we do, and I thought we could take it over in the second half. In the first half, it was a struggle because I had to get their momentum up. They weren't up. I had to get that up, and then no one was scoring. No one. The only one was scoring was Norris. And Aaron was fumbling the ball in there, couldn't score, and Trey couldn't hit an open shot, and it was all the stuff going wrong. I talk about that kickball. We had kickball for a long time out there, and but then I thought they regrouped and they took the challenge at halftime. I really went at them pretty hard at halftime. And then when we went up by 7 and they hit 2 threes to cut it to 1, I hit them again. And I rehashed what I talked about in that locker room. And they looked at me and says, Coach, it ain't going to happen. We're getting ready.